Hello, my loves. How are you today? Tully Astromancer here, and I've come to you today to talk about Pisces again, because Pisces is so important. Every sign is important. And we are under the Pisces Sun right now, and so Piscean energy is pouring forth through the sun's rays to dissolve and dissipate all the garbage that has accumulated physically, etherically, astrally, mentally, spiritually. We're just swimming in our waste right now. And we don't have to. We can purify ourselves, just like the butterfly. Like the caterpillar weaves itself into a cocoon. We can too cocoon, my loves. We can too cocoon. And what do we do to cocoon? How can we cocoon? Well, we can bring all our threads that we've sent out. Like a spider builds its web, it sends out a thread on the wind. And we send out endless threads, my loves, endless threads. We can bring them back to our hearts for the threefold flame of the heart: love, gratitude, forgiveness must burn bright within our chests. These are our birthright: love, gratitude, and forgiveness. And breathing back our little threads that we've sent out, let us give thanks to the divine for guiding, helping, and protecting us through this world that can seem so scary at times. My alarm went off. And breathing in the golden gratitude, the silk that we've spun within our hearts. Just like the spider, it takes back its web that has been wrecked and it eats it. And then it makes more web. We can do that metaphysically, metaphorically, visually, if you will. We can spin ourselves with this beautiful golden gratitude thread into a cocoon that is impenetrable, our safest space on earth, our safest space in existence. And we can weave our webs of love around it and our webs of forgiveness, for we must forgive. It's so important to forgive, which can be confusing for many people because there are unforgivable things. So how can there be forgiveness? Well, I can tell you, it's levels and layers of truth. The higher levels of truth you go, you realize that we are all one. And the person who does what they do to you is actually you doing that to yourself. And when you go out and affect in this world, you are doing to yourself out there. We are all doing this, ricocheting back and forth. And it can be painful at times. So that's where compassion comes in. Pisces symbol is two fish swimming in opposite directions, tethered together. But I say that they're whales. And I have some whales here. This whale is coming down from the heavens, and this whale is going up from the earth. And they do. And that's how we spin. That's how things go around. Revolutions. Pisces is the end of the cycle. And so let us cocoon. We'll go inside ourselves for a moment and have a moment of silence. But first, think of the butterfly and how they say that it melts, the caterpillar melts inside the cocoon and then somehow reforms into a butterfly. Well, we can do that too, and we need to do that because there's a lot of rotting happening in a lot of people, and we can dissolve that, call it back to source, because that's our birthright too, is free will, to make the choice not to suffer, which is the lower spectrum of Pisces is suffering, and suffering comes from ignorance, ignoring things. consciously or unconsciously choosing not to recognize something as a truth or as an existence. And that causes a lot of problems. So however you want to do it, right? You can visualize that your periphery is glowing, like on Star Trek when they beam you up, right? You can just, that's what you could be doing right now in the Pisces Sun, because we need to burn off the garbage so that the new can grow, because we are ever blooming. We are ever blooming. Our holographic bodies fleshing themselves out into material form. And that's where the beauty of consciousness comes in. Bringing in divine consciousness from the heavens, this lovely whales coming down endlessly, showering forth wisdom. Hello, if we can look up from our phones. I know I'm making you look at your phone, perhaps. I'm sorry. But we have to allow the flow here, right? So bursting forth from our cocoons on the Aries sun, which comes on the equinox, and lots of wonderful, spectacular stelliums happening at that time with I believe the sun and Jupiter and Neptune conjunction, and Jupiter and Neptune rule Pisces, and we're under the Pisces sun. And the sun will be with them, and whatever the sun touches, it warms and enhances, and whatever Jupiter touches, it expands to the positive. So this is wonderful. And Mercury will be there too, which is the collective mind that we all share together. So let us refine it and purify it by refining and purifying ourselves. Okay, moment of silence. You could go inside, and inside maybe you're a volcano and you're just, all the lava is just burning everything away. Or maybe it's cool, clear water, or wind, or earth, or however you want to do it. This is your vision. Okay, so let us weave the beautiful threads from our heart, collecting them. Forgiveness, love, and gratitude. Let us weave now and dissolve, knowing that we are safe. We are safe in the hands of the divine. We are safe, and we will burst forth and find our way like butterflies flying away, and we will have such a wonderful life together. But for now, we must cocoon, letting our heart flames eat, feed on all that we have created, that we are calling back to be transmuted in the name of divine love, light, and power into our greatest and most glorious good come to pass under grace and perfect ways. And so we cocoon. And coming out of our moment of silence, now comes the fun part. For now we can form ourselves. We can form ourselves, our holographic bodies, with our imagination, which is another gift of Jupiter and Neptune, who rule Pisces, and who are together in Pisces as we speak. This is such an intensely amazing time in human history. And we've let all the garbage burn away. Yes, we did so well, and we can do this every day if we wanted, anytime we want, all day if we want. This is our birthright to create our lives. Now we get to create what we want to look like holographically, that may flesh out healthfully under grace and perfect ways. Gratitude, love, and forgiveness. Moment of silence now. Coming out of our moment of silence, remembering this is our flesh that we are generating. This is your flesh that you are generating. You eat the food and you're generating the flesh, so you get to make it how you want it. But when we are ignorant of that fact, then it just settles into whatever it happens to be and withers and fades. But it doesn't have to. If you have a strong imagination, amazing miracles can happen in your world. And I believe in you. So, coming to our hearts, to the Supreme Being, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to my teacher, beloved Master Choa Kok Sui of Pranic Healing, to all the spiritual teachers, to all the holy masters, holy saints, holy angels, archangels, healing angels, and healing ministers, to all wonderful enlightened beings of all cultures, of all realms of the earth, irregardless of borders that are made by humans. Bless you, great ones. Help us to see. Lift the smoggy carpet off of us, please, that we may see the truth of your light, the beauty of your freedom, and the love of your universal heart. Thank you for guiding, helping, and protecting us in our wonderful meditation today. Our wonderful meditation that we carry forth now with gratitude, love, and respect, knowing that it has been done, and having faith and trust that we are becoming stronger and healthier, just like babies who have to work to learn to walk and to even stand, right? We have to do that as well, for we have been on our knees for far too long. Let us stand and rise to the sun. Rise with the rising whale in the pleasure of earth and water. And the air and the fire of spirit come down. And it's everything is everything, and everything is nothing simultaneously. And it can be very confusing, but Pisces rules the unknowable, things that we can't know. It's not possible for us to know. And what I ramble about is esoteric, and the school of esotericism, esoteric studies, says that very few can relate to this, even this esoteric occult philosophy. Very few people do, but I feel that I resonate so much more clearly to life when I think this way. And I'm very grateful. And I'm very grateful for you. You're doing so well. Remember that. You feed yourself. You bathe yourself. However much that happens to be. It's good enough. And you be you. Whatever you've molded yourself into, be in your cocoon. Be in your cocoon. And remember that you are loved and protected by the grace of spirit, which is a phenomenally beautiful thing. Grace, mercy offered by Pisces, the last of the sign before we burst forth into a new cycle. So this is a new cycle. This is what we've been doing. We can keep going like this, or we can go like this. And we can kind of keep going. It's endless. The choice is ours as individuals, because everybody will never agree on one thing. There's too much of us, and there's too many things. So you agree with your thing. And like I said last night when we were making bread, you be you and do your thing. For life is an endless puzzle. The world's consciousness's biggest puzzle possible, and it's laid out before us on the biggest table we can imagine, and this is life, and we have to put the puzzle pieces together. But the thing is that when we say, oh, your puzzle piece is wrong, yours is wrong, that's wrong, that's not what I think, when we have to defend our thoughts, we're not putting the puzzle together, people. So take the piece that comes to you in your day. Don't agree with it. Don't disagree with it. Take it within you and put it where you feel it goes in your world, for you, because your world revolves around you. And my world revolves around me. And everybody's world revolves around themselves. And we can all revolve in harmonious ways. Okay, so instead of just take what comes to you and don't agree with it and don't disagree with it. Just put it in your consciousness where you feel it goes and just keep going. Keep walking, because we're walking. We can't be down for too long or we petrify, right? Spirit's got to move. Don't petrify. Bring your consciousness, the consciousness whale coming down. Bring consciousness to your very tips of your toes. Pisces rules the feet. So bring consciousness to your feet. A lot of lower leg problems happen because we're petrifying, because we're unconsciously generating ourselves, which leads to death. But if we bring the consciousness, which is divine spirit, eternal life, bring it down, right to your toes, into the earth, be the nerve ending, and then it allows it to flow up. The consciousness whale flows up, and then we all get to enjoy. We all get to enjoy. So liberating. So glow, little glowworms, in your cocoon, and be happy, because life is so very short. Be happy, and we can all celebrate. We can all celebrate within ourselves, because spring is coming. Spring is nigh. Anyways, until next time, blessings to your journeys, and always remember, you are loved more than you have ever been led to believe. Thank you.